Hey everyone, welcome back to Sweet Bee TV. I'm your host, Sienna Leone, and today I am so excited to say we're joined by Taya Cooper. Taya, thank you so much for joining me.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We are such big fans of you. So I want to dive in here. Let's talk about your recent partnership with Meta. For Meta, it's your world. So Taya, can you tell the viewers at home how you got into this partnership and what it's all about?
Well, it was brought to me that Coi had a music video coming out and she was partnering with Meta. And it's really a campaign about it being your world and how you use all the Meta apps to connect with people. And so my world was the basketball world and then hers was hip hop. So we kind of like merged the two and just showed the viewers our world and made it our own and how we were trendsetters in our own lane.
Absolutely. It's so cool. Now, Taya, as a pro athlete, that's kind of your background, and then now you're a fearless business owner. So how have you used social media to kind of write your story and pave your path?
Initially, when I was younger, it started off early for me. So when I was in high school, the first time I was on actual TV was when I did MTV My Life. And from then, it was more just about like playing basketball, but also marketing myself and finding ways to have other streams of income off the court. So I did that at an early age. And then when I got into the league, I went viral just for like being myself and dancing and showing, I guess, the parts about basketball people don't really see. So I kind of took off from there. And then ever since then, I've literally just been using all the Meta apps to just grow my personal brand, and I've become my own brand. So it kind of just worked out for me in that way. And then it's my world at this point.
Being authentically you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, looking at your conversation with one of the biggest in music right now, Miss Coi Leray, as you mentioned. So both of you collabing with this on Meta. Tell me about that in-depth conversation that you guys had. I mean, I saw bits and pieces of sat down, you talked about basketball, you talked about the industry. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Coi is definitely a trendsetter. I mean, you can tell from all her platforms. She does what she wants, how she wants to do it, and she really stands on that. So when it came to basketball, she's so intrigued with like the behind the scenes of just being a basketball player. I think she went to her first basketball game just recently with the Aces, and she was just in awe, and she really just loves, athletes for real and just the life of being an athlete. And it's kind of how athletes love the life of being a hip hop or rap star, singer, or whatever. So really just tapping into each other's worlds and, the ins and outs, because it's not always what it seems. Yeah. So, yeah.
So Taya, tapping into her world throughout that conversation, what did you learn throughout that conversation with her?
There's a lot of similarities, but I think with them, because they're not like a team. So like with basketball, it's more like the negativity is like team-based, and then it's like a little bit personal, but for the most part, you lose as a team, you win as a team. Some players have more pressure, but for the most part, it's a team sport. But for them, it's individual. So when they get negative news or they get negative comments or something happens, it's just solely them. So I think like on the mental health aspect, it's a lot harder for them to just maneuver through so much negativity. But I mean, she's figured it out and she focuses on the positive now. So I think just hearing that part about it, because I kind of honestly I played basketball so long, it's always been a team sport. So like hearing that as an individual, like just taking all the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she kind of weighed in on that, but for the most part, she's able to ignore the comments now. But in the beginning of her career, it was kind of hard for her. So
props to her. I mean, it is easier, like you said, when you have a team, right? But, looking at Meta, it's your world, and that phrase, Taya, it's your world. When young men and young women look at that phrase, what do you really want them to keep in mind and understand when they hear it's your world?
Honestly, I would love for the little girls and boys to just know that anything is possible. And it sounds so cliche because it's like you can only see so far, and you got to have like representation in your immediate circle to even believe that far. So, I mean, just honestly, just having faith the signs of a must see that anything that comes to your mind or anything that you hope for is possible. And just literally being in control of who's around you, what you're doing, the steps you're taking, what you're watching, what you're listening to. Like, it's your world and you're in control of it.
Absolutely. Now, I'd be silly not to ask, you're a trailblazer. I mean, sports, that's your background. So many people idolize you for basketball, but so many people look up to you, as in little girls and little boys all over the world. So let's say one day there's a girl watching this that wants to be the next Taya Cooper. What's the best advice you'd have for them?
To literally be okay with not being okay. And I say that as in, like, life is a roller coaster. Everybody's going through something. And you kind of just got to be in control of it. Like, there's going to be ups and downs, just like there is in a game, just like there is in relationships. Like, there's just going to be ups and downs. And just to be, like, in the middle of it, like, be okay not being okay, honestly.
Amen to that. I mean, great advice. But Taya, you teamed up with Meta. We all over the world love Meta. We use these social media apps. So teaming up with Meta is huge for you, but what else is next? What's coming up in the next few months for Taya Cooper?
I actually have, so first, really just training and getting ready for the upcoming season with the basketball. And then I have a hair event. It's a hair show. It's the first ever hair show that I'm having. And it's in Miami, August 5th. It's a huge event. And Meta is supporting it, Instagram, all the apps. And then I'm also doing LSU's Media Day. So stay tuned for that. And I do image consulting. So I have a lot of new clients that I will be putting out there. And then, yeah, for the most part, that's it. The event, and then Media Day, and then all the new clients from image consulting and basketball, yeah.
I like how you say that's it, and then I look at it and I'm like, you stay booked and busy.
For sure.
Taya Cooper, thank you so much, and congratulations on your partnership with Meta for Meta, It's Your World.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.